Jack Antonoff is a collaborator of mine and one of my best friends.
On her last album, you weren't producing her. Do you ever get like, what the fuck happened?
It's really weird. It sounds kind of corny. I like only feel grateful for the work that's happened.
Taylor Swift and Jack Antonoff just orchestrated one of the most beautifully timed friendship reaffirmations in modern celebrity history. On the same day, within hours of each other, both of them spoke publicly about their relationship and shut down weeks of feud speculation in a way that left no room for doubt. Taylor went first. Then Jack followed, and by the end of the day, the entire narrative that they'd had a falling out was officially in the trash. This wasn't a coincidence. This was timing. This was a friendship statement. And the fact that two of the most influential people in music dropped their love for each other on the same day during press cycles for completely separate projects, that's the kind of move only real best friends pull off. Let me walk you through how it happened. Here's the background. Taylor's most recent album, The Life of a Showgirl, came out without Jack Antonoff's name on the credits. For the first time in over a decade, Jack wasn't on a Taylor Swift album. The two have worked together since before the 1989 album. They built Reputation, Lover, Folklore, Evermore, Midnights, and the Tortured Poets department together. Jack is widely considered one of the most important music collaborators of Taylor's career. So when his name was missing from the new album credits, fans immediately started speculating. Was there a fight? A creative falling out? Did Taylor ditch him for new producers Max Martin and Shellback? Gossip accounts ran with the story for weeks. Both sides stayed quiet. The speculation kept growing. And the feud narrative became one of the biggest unverified rumors in pop culture going into spring 2026. Then April 28th happened. Taylor's New York Times Magazine interview dropped. The interview was part of a feature naming her one of the 30 greatest living American songwriters, placing her alongside Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, and Dolly Parton. The 30-minute video conversation focused entirely on her songwriting craft, and buried inside it, Taylor delivered the line that ended the feud rumors immediately, quote, "Jack Antonoff is a collaborator of mine and one of my best friends," end quote. 11 words, no hesitation, no backstory, just a clean reaffirmation that completely demolished every gossip account that had been pushing the falling out story for months.
Jack Antonoff is a collaborator of mine and one of my best friends.
But Taylor didn't stop there. She went deeper into the friendship, describing a songwriting technique she and Jack created together called the rant bridge. Quote, "It's basically like stream of consciousness, endless pouring out of emotion, intrusive thoughts, blended with metaphor, with discussion, with shouting," end quote. She listed 3 songs as examples: Out of the Woods, Cruel Summer, and Is It Over Now. All 3 are massive Antonoff collaborations. All 3 are bridge-driven masterpieces.
We established this thing that we love to do, and we call it the rant bridge. I could point to examples like Out of the Woods, Is It Over Now, Cruel Summer, and oftentimes we love these rant bridges where it's basically like stream of consciousness, endless pouring out of emotion, intrusive thoughts, like blended with metaphor, with discussion, with shouting. Like you want this rant bridge to feel the most intense of what that feeling is that you're trying to establish over the course of the song.
And the way Taylor talked about the technique like an inside joke between 2 creative partners was the kind of language only people who actually understand each other use. The friendship is intact, the collaboration is intact, the rant bridge lives on. Now here's where the timing gets perfect. The same day Taylor's interview dropped, Jack Antonoff went on the Howard Stern show. He was there to promote the upcoming 5th Bleachers album. Stern asked him directly about being absent from the life of a showgirl, and Jack's response was just as classy as Taylor's. Quote, "I only feel grateful for the work that has happened," end quote. Then he added, quote, "Maybe it's only because I write my own songs," end quote. No bitterness, no salt, no bruised ego. Just gratitude for everything they've made together and acknowledgement that he's busy with his own projects too.
On her last album, you weren't producing her. Do you ever get like, what the fuck happened?
It's really weird. It sounds kind of corny. I like only feel grateful for the work that's happened. And maybe it's because
Wow.
I write my own songs and sing them that I understand that need to have different collaborators and jump around. Like, I don't think it's normal to have the same collaborators over and over.
The man wasn't even bothered. The fans were more upset about it than he was. The two statements landing on the same day was not random. Both Taylor and Jack are professionals. They knew the rumors were swirling. They knew the silence was making it worse. And they coordinated, whether explicitly or just through awareness of each other's press schedules, to address it on the same day in different forums. Taylor handled it through a prestigious magazine cover story. Jack handled it through a casual radio interview. Together they killed the feud in 12 hours. That's not luck. That's friendship operating at the highest level of professionalism. While Taylor was reaffirming her bond with Jack, she was also reaffirming her bond with Travis. The most viral moment from the same New York Times interview was Taylor's revelation about how the song Elizabeth Taylor was created. She told the story of riding in the car with Travis, going on a 10-minute monologue about why she loved Elizabeth Taylor so much. She talked about Elizabeth's fight for artists' rights, her humanity, her humor, her violet eyes. Travis listened. They got home. He got out of the car, and Taylor scrambled for her voice memo app because the entire melody had landed in her head. Quote, "I cry, my eyes violet, Elizabeth Taylor," end quote.
I'm riding in the car with Travis. I go on and explaining to Travis like why I love Elizabeth Taylor so much. She fought for artists' rights. She was exploited in so many ways, and yet she kept her humanity, she kept her humor, she kept her passion for life. And I'm just going on and on. I'm like, her eyes were violet. Some people said they were blue. Some people said they were violet. I think they were violet. And we arrive, we get home. He gets out of the car, and I'm just in my head, I'm like, this intrusive melody of like, I'd cry my eyes violet, Elizabeth Taylor.
Travis didn't write the song, but he was the spark, he was the listener, and he became Taylor's documented muse on the record in front of millions of people. The wedding planning is also moving forward at full speed. A new report this week revealed that Taylor and Travis have set a $10 million budget for their bachelor and bachelorette parties combined. Sources said Taylor didn't want money to be a factor in planning. The budget covers private jets, villa rentals, private staff, and luxury extras across multiple destinations, and the spending could rise if needed. Travis is starting with a golf trip with friends, followed by the Bahamas trip. Taylor's bachelorette is being planned as a complete surprise. Even Taylor doesn't know what's happening. $10 million just for the pre-wedding parties. That's not a celebration, that's a multi-continent luxury operation. Taylor also addressed her own fans in the same interview, and her words were spicy. She called out the Swifties, who treat her songs like detective puzzles. Quote, "There's corners of my fan base who are going to take things to a really extreme place. When it gets a little bit weird to me when people act like it's sort of a paternity test, like this song's about that person. Because I'm like, that dude didn't write the song. I did." End quote. The paternity test line went viral within hours. It's the kind of clapback only Taylor can deliver direct without being mean, smart without being condescending, and hard-hitting enough to land but soft enough to stay loving toward the fans.
There's people who are going to try to like do detective work, figure out the details. Who is that about? What is this? When it gets a little bit weird for me is when people act like it's sort of like a paternity test. Like, this song's about that person, because I'm like, that dude didn't write the song, I did. But that's part of it.
She also opened up about how haters fueled her biggest hits. Quote, "There are so many songs in my career that would not exist. Like Blank Space would not exist if I hadn't had people being like, here's a slideshow of all her boyfriends," end quote. The criticism became the creativity, the ridicule became the revenue. She turned every dig into a #1 hit, and she's still doing it today.
Criticism has been a huge fuel for me. It's been a huge jumping off point, like a creative writing prompt or something. There are so many songs in my career that would not exist, like Blank Space would not exist if I hadn't had people being like, here's a slideshow of all her boyfriends.
A fake breakup rumor also went viral over the weekend and continues to be debunked. A parody account on X posted a fabricated quote claiming Taylor had ended her relationship with Travis. The post racked up over 700,000 views. Multiple outlets had to publish articles confirming the obvious: Taylor and Travis are still together. The wedding is still on. The relationship is still solid. The fake post has now been categorized as misinformation. And whoever was behind that parody account got more attention than they deserved. Taylor also made a major business move this week. Her company filed 3 trademark applications with the United States Patent and Trademark Office on April 24th, protecting the phrases, "Hey, it's Taylor Swift," and "Hey, it's Taylor," plus a visual trademark of her holding a pink guitar in an iridescent bodysuit. The reason: concerns about AI misuse, deepfakes, voice cloning, image manipulation. Taylor is officially building a legal wall around her identity. The move is preemptive, it's strategic, and it's exactly the kind of business thinking that has made her one of the most successful artists in entertainment history. So here's where we are. Taylor Swift just got named one of the 30 greatest living American songwriters by the New York Times. Jack Antonoff is officially still her best friend. The rant bridge lives on. Travis is officially the muse behind one of her biggest hits. The Bachelor and Bachelorette budget is $10 million. The fake breakup rumors are dead. The AI trademarks are filed. The wedding is 64 days away, and in 12 hours on April 28th, Taylor and Jack reminded the world what real friendship looks like in the music industry. 2 statements. Same day, different rooms, same message. The feud is dead, the friendship is alive, and the music they will make together in the future is going to be just as powerful as everything they've created in the past. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.